Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if this is your first time of visiting this channel, click on the subscribe button and smash the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you will get notified as soon as possible. Yeah, so just as we normally do on this very channel, I bring you the weekly market outlook as well as the midweek market outlook. Yeah, so last week was we had a very massive and epic week. I guess if you were on my channel, you would testify to whatever I'm saying. All right, yes, I gave a lot of setups which we had a lot of wins. All right, we had 200 plus pips to take away from the market last week. Yeah, so that is just that for last week. It's a new week, so we go into the market and see what price is likely to do so far as the new week is concerned. But before we start, let's quickly look at the economic calendar and see what is on the economic calendar so far as the new week is concerned. Yeah, so those of you who are not aware, TradingView has economic calendar now. All right, economic news calendar now. So instead of you opening your browser to attend to any other third-party website for economic news, it's good to access it in here, and it's good. I was very impressed when I saw it. I was like, yeah, TradingView is really improved and it's good. All right, yeah, so this is the economic calendar for next week. So on Monday we have Australian high impact news, that is the NAB business confidence, and on Tuesday we have Australia WESPA consumer confidence index and then a consumer confidence change. Then on Wednesday we have inflation rate for USD. All right, yes, so the USD CPI, it is one of the crucial economic high impact news to look out for. So on Wednesday I'll look out to see how the market is going to react so far as the CPI is concerned. Then on Thursday we have the Bank of England interest rate decision. All right, yes, so we are looking forward to maintain the previous interest rate, which is at sorry, I think they are, yeah. So they are planning to increase interest rate by 25 basis points. All right, just as the dollar has done, or just as the Fed did, just as the Australian bank did. The same thing for the Bank of England, which they are expecting to increase interest rates by 25 basis points. So from 4.25% to 4.5%. Let's see what happens on Thursday. All right, yes, and we have the producer price index for USD. All right, then on Friday we have GDP growth rate. Yes, GDP growth rate, and we have USD Michigan sentiment. All right, yeah, so that is just that for next week. All these you are seeing here for the following week. So I just want us to look at Monday to Friday so far as the new week is concerned. Yeah, so that is just that for the economic calendar. So realize that within the week, the major high impact news for the week is CPI and then the interest rate announcement of the Bank of England. So you better watch out for that. Let's go into the charts and see what price is doing and what price is yet to do. For the dollar index last week, we saw price was giving us a bearish movement, and at this point, looking at where price is, let's quickly go to the higher time frame and see what is happening on the higher time frame, which will give us a clue as to where price would move so far as the new week is concerned. Yeah, so looking at the daily I would say is somehow giving us a bearish sentiment. All right, the daily is somehow giving us a bearish sentiment, and so going into next week, I will be adamant on the dollar index to see how it is going to react. All right, yes, I'll be very quiet on the dollar index to see how the market is going to react, because as it stands now, look at what happened last week. All right, look at what happened last week. We saw price moving to the upside, then we saw price moving to the downside. And at the moment looking at last week's range, price is still in a bearish environment. All right, but let's look at what is happening on the weekly time frame. Yeah, so for the weekly time frame, price is still looking bearish. All right, price still looking bearish. I wouldn't be surprised if we go into next week and then price takes out this low, then taps into this zone, that is the bullish order block here, before we see a continuation to the upside. All right, yes, the seasonal tendency of the dollar index tells us that we are supposed to see, or May is likely to give us a bullish sentiment. All right, yes, we have just begun the month of May, and I think this is the second week, so we can't say that there has been a deviation in the seasonal tendencies, because this is just the second week of the month of May. So let's see what happens going into a new week. All right, yeah, so that is just that for the dollar index. Let's go what's happening on the USDJPY. Yeah, so for USDJPY, just as we saw on the dollar index, we had a bearish sentiment. All right, yeah, so we had price moving to the downside last week. All right, yeah, so look at how price reacted when we had Sunday's opening price, traded above Sunday's opening price, which was in a premium. I've been saying this all the time, that if I'm expecting to see the market move to the downside, I want to see price trade above Sunday's open price, or the weekly open price, that is Monday, Tuesday. All right, yeah, so realize that on Monday, Tuesday, we saw price trading above Sunday or the weekly open price, which give us the signal that we are in a premium condition. And what you do in a premium condition, you do what you sell in a premium condition, or you look for selling opportunities in a premium condition. So look at how price reacted. It gave us this heavy impulse move to the downside. Then from there, you saw a little bit of retracement. Then you saw price moving to the downside. So you see how beautiful or how nice this price action gave us. But I missed this trade because I was expecting to see price. I was waiting to see price tap a little bit into this fair value gap. That is normally my ideal setup. All right, that is normally my ideal setup. But it didn't happen. We saw price moving a little bit into it. It didn't even get closer. All right, and we saw a move to the downside. I missed this trick, but at the end of the day, I don't care, because I made a lot of money, or I grabbed a lot of pips on the JPY pairs last week. All right, yeah, so that is just that for USDJPY. So going into next week for USDJPY, let's switch to the daily and see what is happening. So the daily is giving us a bullish sentiment. All right, we've seen price has failed to take out to this low. All right, yeah, so we've seen price making out for this swing low. So I told you that last week, I told you that once we've seen price taking out this high, for price to continue to move to the upside, I want to see price making a higher swing low, of which you've seen price making a higher swing low. All right, a lower high, sorry, a higher low on the left and a higher low on the right. All right, yeah, so even though you are not seeing this, but this is still a low. So a higher low on the left and then a higher low on the right, which makes up for a swing low. All right, yeah, so going into next week, let me mark out this high. So I'll take this. All right, I'll take this high. I'm looking at how price is going to react around this high. All right, yeah, so we've seen price taking out this high, which is a shift in a shifting structure. So once there has been a shifting structure, I want to see price come back to this zone again. Then I want to see price move to the upside. But let's switch the 1 hour and see what is happening on the 1 hour. Yeah, so this is it. All right, yeah, so this is it. So just as you can see, this is a breaker block. All right, I'll take this as my breaker block. All right, and then inside the breaker block, what do you have? A fair value gap. All right, we have a fair value gap here. So this high and this low is a fair value gap. So going into next week, if price is going to continue to shift to the upside, I want to see price tap into this breakout block plus a fair value gap, then we see a continuation to the upside. Yeah, so that is going to be my expectation so far as next week is concerned. So be on the watch for that. All right, yeah, so look at how I'm breaking things down for you. It's even likely that next week I might not even post this setup on the page again, because I've given you a breakdown of how I'm expecting price to react on this market. So you should be watching. All right, if price satisfy whatever I'm talking about here, then you take a trade and enter. I don't always have to be posting setups on the channel before you take action. Sometimes you always have to be watching my weekly market outlook to know how I'm going to react on the market going into a new week, so that you monitor and see if price is in line with whatever I'm expecting, then you also take action. All right, yeah, so that is just that. So that is just that for USDJPY. Let's go what's happening on AUD/USD. So for AUD/USD, we had a bullish momentum, or we had a bullish sentiment on AUD/USD last week. All right, yes, we saw price on Monday. On Monday, we saw price moving to came down. Then on Tuesday, we had an impulse move. Then we saw price giving us a correction. Then we saw price moving to the upside. That is on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right, but I didn't take this trade. All right, most of you know why I didn't take this trade. Look at where price opened on Sunday. Price opened on Sunday, and then it never came below Sunday's open price. All right, my deal setup is I buy below the weekly open price and I sell above the weekly open price. So if beginning of the week I'm expecting to see price move to the upside, I want to see market trade below the weekly or Sunday's open price, either Monday, Tuesday. Then it will make up for the low of the week. Then we see a move to the upside. But last week it didn't really. The low of the week was on Sunday. All right, which is not really ideal for me. All right, which is not really ideal for me. So I didn't even touch AUD/USD at all, because it was not really going in line with whatever I'm expecting on the market. So I had to allow this market move without me, and that is me. All right, that is how I look into my model, and that is how I react on the market. So going into next week on AUD/USD, let's switch to daily and see what is happening on the daily time frame. So for the daily, we've seen price. Look at what happened. Price came to take out what these equal lows you are seeing here. Then right after that, you saw price gyrating to the upside. All right, here. So I will still be looking at how price is going to. So currently, price is stuck between this range high and then this range low. Okay, so I would want to see how price is going to react to. For now, I'm still quiet on AUD/USD. All right, yes, because the price action at the moment is not really pleasant for me. All right, price action is not really pleasant for me on the daily time frame. So I'm still quiet on AUD/USD. Maybe the CPI can give us some form of reaction that will give us a signal as to where price will move to. All right, yes, but at the moment we are seeing a breaker block here. Yes, I'm seeing a breaker block here. Let me just show you the breaker block I'm seeing. Yeah, so we've had price violating this block a little bit, which is a breaker block for me. All right, yeah, so I would want to see how price is going to react. If price is going to move to the upside, then I don't want to see price trade and then close below this bullish breaker block we are seeing here. Yeah, I want to see price tap into this, then we see a move to the upside. That is if price is going to give us a bullish sentiment next week. All right, but just as I said, I'm still quiet on this bear. All right, I'm waiting to see how the CPI is going to react, or how price will react on this very market so far as the CPI next week is concerned. All right, probably it will give us a direction as to where market is moving. Right, yes, but the immediate, at the moment, the immediate next draw on liquidity is this high we are seeing here. All right, but I'm still quiet. I want to see how I want to see how the CPI is going to react on this very market here so far as next week is concerned. So watching my midweek market outlook, especially for AUDUSD, is going to be very, very important. Don't miss it. All right, yeah. So that is just that for AUDUSD. Let's look at what is happening on EURJPY. So for EURJPY, you had a very beautiful trade last week on EURJPY. Very, very beautiful trade. Yes, a very, very beautiful trade. We took a setup here. All right, yes, we took a setup here. All right, we took a setup here. Then our target, I think, around this zone. Yeah, target was around this zone, but I think I closed the market. I closed my trade somewhere around this area. All right, yeah, somewhere around this area. So that is just that. That is just that for EURJPY. And I posted AUDJPY too as well, because we were having the same price action. All right, we were having the same price action for AUDJPY and then EURJPY. So if you took the trade, that's very good. If you didn't, I mean, I don't know why you're on my Telegram page and then you don't get yourself involved in whatever I give you on the channel. But I mean, that is just that for you. So going into next week on EURJPY, let's move to the daily and see what is happening on the daily time frame. So for the daily time frame, at the moment, price, we've already seen price moving out from this range. All right, yes. So look at how price reacted. This is the open price for what? For May. And you see, before price moved to the downside, it did what? It went above the open price, of which I always say this. All right, yes, which I always say this. When price is above the open price, is what? Yeah, you just give the answer yourself, because I mean, I recently said it. So, and when price is below the open price, you should know what you should be looking for. But at this point, price is still in a bearish sentiment. All right, price is still in a bearish sentiment. We are stuck within this range high, so this range low, and then this range high. So if we are likely to see price continue to move to the downside, this is what will happen, or this is what I'm expecting to see. I'm expecting to see price move or retrace into this zone here, break this low, then we see a reversal back into this low, and a continuation to the downside. So just as you can see here, this is a what? Look at something here. Throughout all my expectation, if you have to see a bearish sentiment, we form a model. All right, my model is in play here. All right, this is a swing high. This is a swing high. Here we are seeing here 1, 2, 3 forms a swing high. So if you are likely to see price continue to the downside, I would want to see a lower swing high on the daily, a lower swing high, then price will also give us another lower swing high before we see a move to the downside. But if price takes out this high, all right, if price takes out this high, then definitely going to see price continue to the upside. But at this point, we're also likely to see price retracing a little bit. All right, retracing a little bit. Price retracing a little bit. All right, not even getting here at all. You can even retrace a little bit to make out for a for a lower swing high, then we see a move to the downside. So at this point, I will expect to see price make a lower swing high. If still we are going to see price continue to push to the downside, I expect to see price make a lower swing high, then we see a move to the downside. Yeah, so that is my expectation on EURJPY going into next week. All right, this is also same for Gbpusd. You can just check it out yourself and check other yen pairs too as well. Yeah, so that is just that going into a new week. All right, remember next week we have CPI on Wednesday, so you have to be very careful on the money so far as taking trades is concerned. Yeah, so that is just that for the week. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please and please again click on the subscribe button. All right, it will, by clicking on the subscribe button and then liking this video as well, it will also give opportunity to other traders to also discover this channel and also benefit from it as well. All right, so kindly subscribe for me and then like this video as well, and let me see your comments. And the link to my Telegram community is in the description box below. Click on the link and be part of the Clairvoyant Traders Telegram community. I'll come your way again next week with the midweek market outlook. I wish you all good luck and good trade.